Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Vanderbilt Commodores. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Commodores will put it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. On first down, here comes this offense. Makes it past the marker. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
From the gun, the running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. Snags it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Boilermakers will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Fast motion from the offense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They want to throw it. Getting some heat. Escape. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Line gets set, first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here comes the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Purdue 7, Vanderbilt 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Might be looking to run. He'll let one go down the right side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Made the play on the pick. Was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
He's back to throw on second down. Unloads to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively. You've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense, giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Boilermakers are in the hurry up. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
The Boilermakers have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Brown has it. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
just this side of midfield. The defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Fires on the move. Lost, the defense is wide open.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just 1 step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. And the Commodores are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Working that left side now. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their 1st game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Backed up in their own end. Don't hold the ball too long. It's complete on the right side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this all...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
They're trying to get to it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense.
Oh, look out! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Direct snap. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd down, going up top. Slips a tackle. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And it's no good. He missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They'll leave it with him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. They're working that left side. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just
snags it on the right.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game break.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Commodores. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Well, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 31 over Florida. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The sure hands. It's McFarland. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Snap it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. They'll go with a direct snap. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. Looking to throw for it. He's got his man. Touchdown, Boilermakers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Direct snap. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to take a shot. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was was smelling that end zone on that return.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions. And then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Touchdown, Purdue! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team out there getting set.
28, Vanderbilt, 14.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about...
Going over the top. Makes the catch on the left. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Doors!
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside. To get...
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Purdue, 28.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Back to the ground with the running back. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something.
And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to throw. Dances away. He'll pull it down. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's going to pass. Now improvising. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vandy.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 remarks. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
Here comes the 2-point try. Fires to the tight end. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.